That's just a little absurd.
Okay, the mount this week, it's going to go to Exarzle. Um, Exarzle has been with me like way when I was doing what's it called? Heroics. Before I even moved to Sargeras, when he wasn't on Sargeras either. Even though he wasn't able to join us for a lot of our raids, I've been talking to him personally, and I know that he always does everything that he can to make it, barring any type of real life stuff, as long as we need him. And then even though there are tunes that he may prefer, he will also bring any tune that we need to help. And as we've seen, he is an excellent performer on all of his tunes. I've also told Exarzle this, and I truly believe this. I think there are certain people who, because they ask a lot of themselves and are very good gamers, they make it so that on average a night we wipe less. Just often because of little things, maybe because of a solo soaking thing or because of high raid awareness, allowing them to like maybe get in a Shadowfell that otherwise would have killed maybe one person. That's one less wipe because he does stuff like that. And I think that Exarzle as a player often saves us maybe 5 to 10 wipes on average a night if I were to think about how much he helps us. And this is something that with players like this, it makes it absolutely amazing during progression, but also on farm when frustration can get to people very easily if we don't kill because everyone knows it's on farm already. Having players like this who can compensate for any mistakes that anyone else makes is really very, very amazing. So
You're gonna
I
run out of
really
things to say by the end of this mount. That's probably why you highlighted them, so you can go back and say, I already said this, I already said this. Let me look up a synonym for this, so I can say it the same way but with different words. Just
well, for each person,
Hey, stop stealing Exarzle's thunder here.
for each person in my
Someone already
mind,
has all the thunder.
for each person in my mind, I think each person contributes differently. There are a lot of people who contribute similarly, but each person is unique in how they help out a lot. And the way that Exarzle deals with this stuff, I think, is really, really great. I've mentioned this to you, Exarzle, but I want everyone to know, I really like so sometimes Exarzle, say, brings his monk or something like that, and he's not as familiar with it, and sometimes he'll make mistakes. And I really admire and appreciate how he will, number one, be very willing to take the blame for any kind of mistake, even if it's only partially his own fault. He will take the blame for it, and then he will work to improve. And that's something that I think is very, very, I have very high respect for that. So thank you, Exarzle, and congrats on the mount.